I'm breathing, I'm feeling alone. I know that you're leaving while we're still undone. It's gone right before our faces, gone without a trace. Back now, won't you give me some hope? Come on, I'll be dancing like nobody's watching, and I wanna be all you need for a second, 'cause I'm into you. Now I'm trying to get your attention, so I'm calling you up with my best intentions, 'cause I'm into you. I'm into you. I'm into you. Remember the fire we had, our eyes, they're shining so bright when our hearts collide. I don't need a doctor, you're my medicine, giving me a high when walls are caving in. So come back now, won't you give me something tonight? I'll be dancing like nobody's watching, and I wanna be all you need for a second, 'cause I'm into you. Now I'm trying to get your attention, so I'm calling you up with my best intentions, 'cause I'm into you. I'm into you.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jeremy Tan. Welcome to today's open house on the highly anticipated blockbuster, Clavon. So, Clavon, as I'm sure you all know, this is a development by both UOL as well as UIC. It's been highly anticipated, one of the upcoming launches in Clementi Avenue 1 after their bestseller, Clement Canopy. So for Clavon, we have been seeing a very strong response since our preview started on the 28th of November. And buyers have been coming in, they have been impressed by the quality, the finishing, right? And also excited by this development and the investment opportunities and the own stay comforts that it provides. So in today's session, I'll be sharing with you, I hope to unpack all the exciting things about Clavon, the things that we have been sharing with our clients that have enabled them and have encouraged them to place their checks for Clavon. So stay tuned, buckle your seatbelts, and we're in for an exciting ride. So to kick us off for tonight, let us start by watching a video on Clavon. is Clavon. So, Clavon, this highly anticipated development in Clementi Avenue 1, how did the name come about? Clavon, in short, is a synthesis of the words Clementi, CL, Avenue, AV, and 1, ON. So when the UOL CEO, Mr. Liam, he spoke with us, what he shared was this. His vision for Clavon is that it's a synthesis of all of UOL's previous projects, the best parts of each project coming together and being a new product, which is Clavon. So together with all these synthesis of ideas, we also have incorporated things that are for our season, such as our work from home facilities, such as additional technologies that have been incorporated within the development itself. As we go along, I'll share with you a little bit more. But for Clavon, location-wise, what makes it so exciting? Clavon is located to the east. We have got the One North Business Hub. This is where high-tech industries, high-tech companies, Grab, Shopee, companies that develop driverless cars, they are located. This is an exciting place where we'll form one of our high-quality tenant pools. And if you look at the One North District, not too many developments over there. Tenants over there have no choice but to come over to us at Clementi, or perhaps, and that is why Clavon will be a highly anticipated launch with strong tenant pools. So that is something that is existing already, the One North area. But what we will also have is the Jurong Lake District. We have the Jurong Lake District as it unfolds before our eyes, as it develops before our eyes. So we have both something with strong rental returns today, as well as the potential of capital upside with the Jurong Lake District. And coupled with all these, we have got the Dover Knowledge Cluster, an education cluster, where we have NUS, that's just across the street from us. We have the popular schools in Dover, ACS, ACJC, UWC, International Community School, Dover Court Preparatory School, right? Popular primary schools and secondary schools like Nanhua, like the NUS High School, School of Science and Technology, all of these are in close proximity of Clavon. So whether you are looking at something for own stay with the schools and how it benefits you, or investment and the tenant pools, Clavon has something for everyone. This is a project that if you're looking for own stay or investment, you have things that will please you. So Clavon, as I've touched on, location-wise, we are actually very close to the Kent area. This is where high-tech companies will be. If you go further down towards the Labrador Park area, we also have got the Maple Tree Business City. We have got One North, one of the exciting tech clusters. We have even got the CBD district. So for people who are working in the CBD, but perhaps their kids study in the international schools nearby, like the International Community School, Dover Court, or UWC, they would benefit from a home staying at Clavon. So towards the west of us, what else do we have? We have got the Jurong Lake District unfolding before our eyes. We've got the Jurong Innovation District, perhaps Singapore's next Silicon Valley. We also are located within the Clementi Mature Estate, where amenities are already here at your doorstep. In fact, for Clavon, just across the road from us, we have got the Casa Clementi cluster, where we will find food court, we will find neighborhood supermarkets, all within a 3 to 5 minute walk from us. Of course, with Clavon, we are north-south oriented development, so potential for sea views on the mid to higher floors is also there. So in terms of tenant pools, I touched on this a little, but I'll go through it in a little bit more detail right now. What do we have? We have got the One North Business Cluster, right? So perhaps engineers, technologists working in the One North area, they could rent at Clavon. People who work in NUS, professors, perhaps even postgraduate students, they would also come over from NUS to stay at Clavon. NUH, of course, the medical center over there, right? That's where doctors, nurses would be another tenant pool. Maple Tree Business City, right? Another area with strong technology companies, Google, Samsung, all in that vicinity, very near to us at Clavon as well. Jurong Lake District, a transforming district before our eyes, international schools, and the existing CBD. All tenant pools you get to enjoy and to tap on at Clavon. And that is why when you look at Clementi rentals, what are the numbers that we see? For a one-bedder at Triling, Triling is probably the only development with existing one-bedders in Clementi right now. The rental that we are getting, 2002 to 2006. For a two-bedder, starting from about 2005, 2003, and for a three-bedder, 3000 to 4004. And these are transactions that have happened from June to September of this year. We are not sorting by high rentals, sorting by time. This is the kind of rental you, as a landlord, would get to enjoy in Clementi area. Of course, next, when we look at the Clement Canopy, another UOL development from a couple of years ago, the rentals that we can get over there, 2007 to 3006. And mind you, this is for a two-bedder. Two-bedder rentals up to $3,006. Transacted, stamped. It is in the transaction record. And even the three-bedders, we are looking at about 3,550 to 4,005. In fact, we have been seeing slightly higher rentals nowadays as we move along for the three-bedders. So for Clavon, we are located along Clementi Avenue 1. This is a very unique cluster in Clementi because, as you know, Clementi is a mature estate. But for Clementi Avenue 1, this is probably the only portion of Clementi that is new. So whether you're looking at the HDBs, whether you're looking at the schools, everything is new. And of course, Clavon will be the newest in this area. So for us at Clavon, we've got two blocks, two towers of 37 stories, Block 6 and Block 8 of Clementi Avenue 1. What we have oriented outwards, right? We have both north views, potentially offering pocket views of Bukit Timah Nature Reserve, and towards the south, from a mid-floor onwards, we get sea views. So what are the views like? Here's what it's like at 50 meters high, right? 50 meters probably works out to about 15th floor, right? And this is the sea view that you would get, right? So from about 13 to 15th floor, you potentially can get pocket sea views outwards because what we have towards the south is primarily landed estates. And towards the far end, and only at the far end, that is when the West Coast, the Clementi West Street 1, Street 2 area, we have got 13-story HDB flats. But beyond that, clear, open, all the way through West Coast Park view. Right, so open views all the way through, even towards the north, right? What would the views be like, right? So towards the north, we potentially can get views towards the Bukit Timah Nature Reserve. This is over here in this portion, right? All we have to do is a 15-story HDB block in front. So potentially from the 17th floor onwards, right? That is where we get open views of the Bukit Timah Nature Reserve. Of course, as we go higher, the views would also get better. So this is what it's like at 100 meters. At 100 meters, this is the sea view that we would be getting, right? As well as the north, the Bukit Timah view, right? So views are probably something that is very, something to look forward to at Clavon, particularly the southern aspect, but even the northern aspect. This is where we potentially can get open views, pocket views of Bukit Timah, right? As well as over here. Okay, so over towards our side, that's where Clement Canopy would be. And I just wanted to highlight something because if you look at Clement Canopy, the block 18 over there, that would be about 42 meters from the AYE. For us at Clavon, we will be 85 meters further from the AYE. So potentially what we'll be looking at, we would be like block 16. The further block from the AYE at Clement Canopy would be similar to the blocks at Clavon. All right. So unit types that we have for us is a bit different because I'm sure you know previous developments, a lot of them have about a 30-70 mix. maybe more of the units are two bedders or one bedders. But at Clavon, what we see is this livability is prioritized, layout efficiency a bit less so. And that is why our unit sizes are also a bit more generous. For us, our one and two bedders will form about 56% of this development. And for the 3 bedroom to the 5 bedders, 44%. So it's quite an even mix of the different unit types at Clavon. In total, we will have 640 units, and our larger units, in fact, our 3 bedroom premium onwards, will be about 1130 square feet. So pretty generously sized. In terms of the development, north and south oriented. So what do we have? Two towering blocks of 37 stories. Right? We have a good distance between our neighbors. Towards the north, we start from about 66.67 meters towards the neighboring block, and it goes up to about 93 meters, right? And that's on the lower floors towards the front. So for block 6, it'll be about 93 meters, and for block 8, it will be about 66.7 meters. Towards the south, we have 85 meters for both block 6 and block 8 for us to reach the AYE. In terms of the development, we've got 3 side gates. These are marked out in the numbers 19, right? 3 side gates, one linking you to Clementi Avenue 1, one linking you towards Clementi Central, an overhead bridge leading you there, and the third one will be at a new bus stop directly linked to the development itself. So for Clavon, you've watched in the video what the development looks like. But just in case you missed, let me just do a recap what we will look like. This would be our forest corridor. So coming in, our forest corridor, this is just behind the grand drop-off point. This would actually form a frame of what you get to experience at Clavon. The nature, the greenery, as well as the blue, the reflective pools, the quiet scenery that you get to enjoy. In terms of our facilities, we have got an infinity, we've got a waterfall, infinity pool, we've got a waterfall cove, we've got a full spread, a full host of facilities for everyone in the family to enjoy. This right here, this is our social space. The social space looks out on one side towards the infinity pool, and on the other side towards the waterfall cove. What this will have is work from home spaces. You'll get to see a concept of this in the show flat layout, in the show flat when you come and visit. So this shouldn't replace your show flat visit, but please make an arrangement with your PropNex agent to secure your show flat viewing appointments at Clavon. This right here, this is our work from home social space. Imagine working from one of the calling pods, working at the open desks, or just lounging at any of these sofas. This will of course be linked to our gym. So the gym also looks out towards the infinity pool, and on the other side towards the other pools, right? So over here, we have got several pools in Clavon, right? So this is something that you get to enjoy. This is one of the highlights for me, where at the pool deck, we have both cabanas, as well as deck chairs, as well as the infinity pool, where we can watch the sunset every evening. Imagine that. So for Clavon, what we have 3 different function rooms, each of which is styled differently. Right here, this function room is styled with a more woody theme, so it'll be something that's very comfortable for you to invite your friends and guests over to. Next, this one is a bit more modern. It overlooks the infinity pool, has a bit of marble and gold, right? So it's something that is very classy as well, right? So this is the second function room that we have. And of course, our third function room is a colonial style. This is something that first appeared at Avenue South, one of the UOL's previous developments, right? And with the strong reception of it over there, they have implemented it over here as well. Because as you remember, I shared about how Clavon is a synthesis of all the different elements that have come together from UOL's previous projects. Next, kids facilities. This is a highlight because in many developments, there isn't too much space allocated for kids facilities. So at Clavon, this is something that we have emphasized because of the family living that you would see in this area. So what do we have? 256 square meters, 2,755 square feet of kids' playground areas. 3 different playgrounds, right? We have the ones with the slides, we have the ones for a bit older kids where there's the spider web, right? All these different kids' facilities. We also have got something like a water theme park, right? So that is something that I think is quite unique that kids and families would definitely enjoy at Clavon. Right. So onwards now towards the layouts. So right here, this is our 1+study layout. In Clavon, we do not have one bedder layouts at all. We only start from our 1+study layouts. Right. So in terms of size, this is 527 square feet, which is very similar to one of UL's previous developments at Avenue South. Layout-wise has a lot of similarities as well, but I'll point out some differences, right? So in terms of this layout at Clavon, what do we have? Kitchen will be a gallery kitchen, and fridge over here is a standalone fridge, which means that in the long run, if you're looking at this for an investment unit, you could potentially replace the fridge as and when needed as well. It is not an integrated fridge. Second thing, and this is a comparison with Avenue South. The Avenue South balcony is about 6 square meters. At Clavon, it's only 4 square meters. So with the reduction in 2 square meters, where this space goes is towards the study area. Right, the study area is a total of 4 square meters, and it also will have an air conditioner inside. So in terms of concept, right, perhaps let's go and take a look at the show flat unit. So in terms of concept, it could potentially be also used as a walk-in wardrobe or as a kids room. So this is what our 1+study looks like. So over here, backsplash is done up for you, right? The backsplash will be done up for you, right? With tiles, right? And we would have the cabinets all done up. Fridge, as I mentioned, would be a standalone fridge. Hood hob oven is provided. So over here, what I like is the segregation of the dining area as well as the living area. Both of these will have more than enough space where you can also sit across and watch your TV. So in terms of the room, a king size or a queen size bed, both wouldn't be an issue over here. So what you see, this glass panel, this will also be provided, right? So that is where you can potentially have it as a nursery for kids, right? Perhaps with a baby cot, or as a walk-in wardrobe, right? So study table, air conditioning unit is both provided for the study. So for the wardrobes at Clavon, we will come with our magic corners. This is where we'll have a full height mirror as well as an accessory panel. And for our bathroom, this is what it looks like, right? Where we would have our peacock blue cabinets, right? As well as for the one bedder, one difference that is in a 1+study is that the tiles, both for the wall and for the flooring, will be of a terrazzo style, right? So that would compare with our 2-bedder, which is a polished stone feel, right? And I'll show you that in a short while. Right, so this is our 1+study. Next, this is, I didn't touch on the facing. So for the 1+studies, this will all be facing south. These will all have the best views in the house. They are next to the 3-bedders and 4-bedders. So what you will get, facility view on the lower floors and sea view on the higher floors. From the mid floor to the high floor, sea view. Right, so I expect that this would be a very highly sought after unit type. Next, our 2-bedders. So our 2-bedders, this will be our 2-bed compact, 6, 7, 8 square feet. So in terms of comparison, this will be a 2-bed, 1-bath. What we'll have is actually a larger kitchen, right? So the kitchen is actually quite full size, probably about the 5 square meter range, right? So that is something that you might get at some 3-bedder compacts now in terms of size, right? So we'll also have some storage provided, right? So just beside the entrance, some storage will be provided. This is a dumbbell layout. Both rooms will be on either side and 1 bath. So just beside the entrance, our bathroom will be there, right? So both of them for our specs. Common bedrooms can all fit queen size beds, probably all around 9 square meters, right? as well as our living and dining area, right? So this will be our 2-bed, 1 bath, stack 2 and stack 12. From the response that we are seeing, this will also be quite highly contested because it potentially comes in from 1.0 mil onwards. All right. So the third thing is this. For this layout, we have got a Jack and Jill door, so you can access it from both the master bathroom and the common area. Next, this is also a north-facing layout. This is actually our 2-bedroom premium 2, BP2, type BP2. So some things for this layout, I like how at the entrance foyer, there is space for a little bit more storage. And next, for the kitchen, this will be a C-shaped kitchen, which gives you a bit more work surface. What we will also have is a dining table, dining space that is allocated, that is accorded, right, just beside the kitchen. So quite a logical layout. This will be north facing. In terms of pricing, it starts from about 1.1 mil, right? Bedroom 2, as we mentioned just now, it'll be a 9 square meters, right? And next, these will be our south-facing layouts. So for our south-facing layouts, what we saw just now, BP2 as well as BP1. BP1 will be found in stack 6 and stack 17. In terms of size, it will also be the same, 764 square feet. This will be south-facing, but the things that we'll have, 5 square meters for the kitchen, storage at the entrance as well. You can potentially even build extra storage, right? A dining space, a living space, and the 2 rooms, right? So I like how space is designed in so that you can do additional storage, because as you know, some of the developments now, they give you limited space because they are so efficiently designed. And that is why at Clavon, I love how space has been allocated that can be used for additional storage, for additional ID. All right, next, this will be the only style of 2-bedroom premium in Clavon that is going to be dumbbell style, right? So we are expecting to see a slight marginal premium for dumbbell layouts. And I think that this layout will be particularly popular because it is the show flat unit. What we typically see is this. Show flat units typically would be more popular because people can visualize what they see, because what they see is going to be what they get, right? So if you're looking at this layout, my suggestion would be to also consider the stack 6 and 17 layout, the typical layout, just in case the units that you're looking at in stack 7 and 16, the 2-bedroom dumbbell, they are taken, right? So open up more choices. You can consider them as well, because the view-wise, it is going to be the same. So for a 2-bedroom type BP3, this is what it looks like. I think one of the highlights of this layout is the dining and living area over here, where you have potentially up to 5 meters plus of space that you can use for your living and dining needs, right? So for example, you can have a dining area as well as a study area, or potentially a dry kitchen as well, right? So this space that you see over here, where the mirror is, right, that would actually be a wall. A white wall will be over here. So there's actually more space, but you can build storage like this over here, even whether for this layout or for the BP1 and BP2 layouts. So in terms of storage, what is provided will be these 3 doors located just beside the entrance. These 3 doors will have the DB box in one of them, right, and storage shoe cabinets over on the other 2. In terms of flooring, what we are provided with, right, the 100 porcelain tiles. Kitchen-wise, this will be what we are looking at for our kitchen, and an enclosed space. Let me just zoom out a little. Right, this will be what our kitchens look like. Right, all 3 sides tiling will be done up, so maintenance will be easy. Countertops will be in quartz. Fridge will be a standalone fridge. Hood hob oven is provided. Washing machine plus dryer will also be provided. So on to the common rooms. Our common rooms are 9 square meters each. Right, let me just zoom out a little. Right, and this will be what it looks like. This will be with a different concept. Each room will be a different concept. This one is a little bit like a science room, right? So we can put a queen size bed in here. Right, next let's scoot over to our master rooms. I'm so sorry, this is a bit... Okay, so for our master rooms, this is what it's like. You can fit a queen size or a king size bed inside, not an issue. Right, let me just zoom out a little. Right, a queen size or king size bed. Right, wardrobe will be the same as what we saw just now. Right, so storage on both sides. Right, and the bathroom. So just now, like I mentioned, what we will have instead for the 2-bedroom onwards will be like a polished stone finish rather than the one plus study where there's a terrazzo style finish. All right, so let's move on now to our other layouts. The next layout you'll take a look at would be our 3-bedroom compact. Now, we call it a 3-bedroom compact, but it's not really compact because in size, this is 958 square feet. This compares very well with some other layouts in the vicinity where it's about 800 plus square feet. So you potentially will get about 100 square feet more. Right? So this would be our 3-bedroom. Right? So for the 3-bedroom, what do we have? Right, dining area, right, can sit 6 people. I think this is a properly planned dining area. We will also have one other thing, which is this. If you look at our neighboring development, Clement Canopy, right, the 3 bedrooms over there start from 990 square feet. So what is the difference? The difference will be in 2 areas. One is the entrance. In terms of the entrance, at Clavon, you come straight into the house. By Clement Canopy, you have an S-shaped entrance with a private foyer, right? Second difference is this. At Clement Canopy, you've got a balcony in front of the master bedroom. But at Clavon, this master bedroom does not have a balcony, and therefore the space is also a little bit more efficient. Right, so this will be for the 958 square feet. It'll be found in stack 1 as well as stack 13. Right, so both of these will be north-facing layouts. So in terms of finishes, what you would have in the 3-bedroom, what you will be given will be similar to the 2-bedder, large format 800 by 800 porcelain tiles. Right, next, 3-bedroom premium. Personally, this is my favorite layout. And why do I say so? Right, for the 3-bedroom premium, what we get is this. Let me start from the entrance, right? What we will have marble flooring. So just now we saw the flooring was porcelain tiles 800 by 800. For the 3-bedroom premium onwards, it is going to be 600 by 600, also large format marble flooring. So this compares very well with Clement Canopy again, where they're giving you 300 by 600 marble, but over here we get an upgrade to 600 by 600. So what we will have is this, right? We actually have got a dry and wet kitchen. Dry kitchen comes with this dry island counter that is done up for you. We also have got the tall boy and ladder that is just behind. Fridge will be provided. For the kitchen, wet kitchen, hood hob oven will be provided. And for the 3-bedroom premium, we have both a washer and a dryer. Right, so it wouldn't be a 2-in-1, it'll be 1 each. Right, so coming to the living room, I like the living and dining space because for the dining area, what we would have is this. Our dining space can fit a 6-seater, both lengthwise or breadthwise. Most times in most 3-bedders, dining table can only come in one direction. But at Clavon, you have the potential to lay out the dining table the way you prefer, either lengthways or sideways. Right, so this will be our living room, good sized living room, as well as our balcony, which is moderately sized. Right, so with Clavon, what we will also have is this. This is what we call a universal room. Right, on the floor plan, it's called a store, but it can also be used as a study. It can also be used as a guest room. It can also be used as a helper's room, right? So one difference about this layout is that instead of being about 1.5, 1.6 meters, we have gone for a slightly longer width so they can fit a mattress, a bed inside here, right? Aircon will also be provided for this room, right? Over here, this what you see is a storage cabinet. This will also be provided, right? And onwards towards our common rooms, you can have, this will be with a daybed concept. And over here for this second common room, we've got a queen size bed. So a queen size bed as well as a study table, right, can all be done up. All right. So onwards towards our master room, right? So our master room has this niche that is provided. Usually, this niche will form a white wall, a blank white wall, right? And behind which will be some void space where perhaps piping could run. But at Clavon, this space is being reclaimed so that you can have additional storage over here, right? And above it, right, you can potentially hang a mirror or do additional storage like this. Right? So what you see, this portion will not be provided, but the bottom portion that you see, this will be provided. All right. So for our three bedder premium onwards, our flooring will also be in American white oak, right? And what I like is this. For this layout, right, instead of having a bedroom balcony, we remove that, and that is why there is more space within the room itself. This is why we can fit a king size bed as well as two side tables within this master bedroom. So in terms of the bathroom finishes, right, it is also slightly different, right? What we will have is actually a wood grain for the three-bedder premium onwards. So what you see, this will be what you get. All right, so this is actually just one of our three-bedroom premium layouts. We have a second one, CP2. So for CP1, it is found in stack 9 and it's south-facing. But for CP2, what we would have, this would be a north-facing layout, right? And this would also be the same size. They would both be 1130 square feet, the same size. So in terms of the layout, what will be different? The entrance for the stack 9 layout, which we just saw, the show flat layout, it is an S-shaped entrance. But for the stack 10 layout, you'll be coming straight in. Second difference, there'll be a slight reduction in the dry kitchen, which is traded off for more space within the living area, right? So just a marginal difference between these two. And for the rest of the house, the bedrooms, the store, the bathrooms, they will be largely similar, right? So with this layout for our three-bedroom premium layouts, what we will also have connected with the universal room, we will have a WC. So that could be used as a helper's bath. So this is our three-bedroom premium layouts. Next, this will be our four-bedder layout. For a four-bedder layout, this will be found in stack 14, is a south-facing layout. It is very similar to the stack 9 layout. In fact, stack 9 and stack 14 will be on opposite sides of the development. So what will be the difference for stack 14 is this, right? Instead of having the bathroom in the center, the bathroom is pushed towards the side, right? And a second bedroom is fitted in. So this will be the fourth bedroom. So a fourth bedroom will be fitted in over here. But you would still have the dry kitchen. It will be still here. And the highlight is this, the dining area. Because if you're familiar, most recent layouts have the four-bedder as a landscape format. In Clavon, this is a portrait format. So as a portrait format, we are able to fit both a living and dining area with the orientation that you prefer. So this would be something that gives you a bit more space for your living and dining area in a very efficient footprint. Right, so this will be our stack 14 layout, right? Next, this is our stack 4 layout. Our stack 4 layout, this would be type D2. It's actually a four-bedder plus a study. So in terms of layout, this is again very similar to stack 10, right? So the three-bedroom premium and the four-bedroom plus study, basically what will be added will be the fourth bedroom and a study. So what we see over here is this, right? We have a fourth bedroom just beside the master, right? And opposite, between bedroom 2 and 3, this is where we will have a study area, right? So this study area is provided with a sliding door, so you can have a little bit more space in the connecting, whether you want it to be interconnecting and adjoining, or whether you want it to be a standalone study, right? So this, if you think about it, could potentially be even a junior five-bedder. If you wish to, this could be used even as a five-bedder, right? With the layout that is here, right? So this will be the study. Next, this is our Stack 5 DP1 Stack 5 layout. This will be a south-facing layout, and there will be quite a number of differences for this particular layout. Let me run through them one by one. Right, first of all, for this layout, we would actually have a private lift lobby. In case you were wondering, the lift itself would not form part of your strata area, but the lift lobby would be. And for this lift lobby, what I love is that it has ventilation. It has a window inside, which allows natural light to flow through. It will be cross ventilated. Right. So coming in from the private lift lobby, what we have the dry kitchen, living and dining area. This layout will be very similar to our 5-bedder. So I'll touch on this a little bit more as we look at our 5-bedder show flat layout. Right. So beyond that, what we will also have is a properly defined back of house where the wet kitchen would go. For our 4-bedder premium, stack 5, and our 5-bedder, stack 18, we will both have household shelters within the unit itself. We will also have a junior master, right? So the junior master will be set aside to one corner, right? So it can potentially be multi-generational living also. Right, we also have got our 4 bedrooms on the other side. On this side, 3 bedrooms, right? So bedroom 4, bedroom 3. Again, we'll have a study in between, and then the master. The highlight of the master, of course, will be the walk-in wardrobe. So what does this walk-in wardrobe look like? As we look at the 5-bedder, we'll get a closer look. So right now, let us take a peek at the 5-bedder at Clavon. So this right here, this is our 5-bedder, right? We will have a landscape format, but a difference will be that this layout is a bit more squarish also, right? What we see in front of us, this island, this right here is provided for you. And what I like is for the top is actually in like a rounded rectangle, but for the legs, you actually have got space where you can put your bar counter and your bar stool, right? So that will be over in this portion. What you see is what you would get. The marble finishing that you see for the backsplash, as well as the island countertop and the dry kitchen countertop will both be provided. To the left, this will actually be our private lift lobby. Again, you can see the windows that are being provided. So let us take a look at the back of house. Right, so this is what it will be like, right? A back of house where we have got a fridge provided, right? So this will be a double door French door fridge, right? We will also have 2 ovens provided, both conventional oven as well as a steam oven, right? As well as our kitchen. So kitchen will be fully furnished or fully provided, right? Washer and dryer will both be included, right? And for the household shelter, you can potentially use it as a helper's room. So storage on this portion, this will also be done up for you. 4 doors of storage will be done up. So onwards towards the rooms themselves, right? We have got a nice walkway over here, right? And this would be our rooms. So as you see, this room can all fit queen size bed, right? The rooms can all fit queen size bed, right? And layouts wise, they are very similar, right? Over here, this of course would form a study area concept. And for this layout, a day bed or an entertainment room concept. All our rooms again can fit a queen size bed. So one difference for this bathroom is this, right? We have designed it in a way where we allow it to be used by 2 people at the same time. So there's actually a dividing door in the center, right? So there's a dividing door in the center. So potentially one person could be using the shower while another person could be washing their face. So this will be actually very good for families where you can use, where there won't be a shortage of a bathroom. All right, let's head over to the master room right now to take a look at what it looks like. Right, so for the master room, this is what we will have. We have a king size bed, space for a king size bed, right? As well as a dresser table or massage chair. And this right here right here, this is our walk-in wardrobe, where you don't just have space on one side, but on the other side, you could create additional storage as well, right? So I think that the layout of this would be one of the highlights, especially the walk-in wardrobe, because it's something that you don't find in too many developments right now. So right here, this would be our 5-bedder layout. All right. So after we've taken a look at the different layouts, the different finishes that we get to enjoy at Clavon, I think you must be wondering, what is pricing like? So we didn't have too many details on pricing, but this afternoon we just finished a developers meeting, and that is why, fresh off the press, we have got more sets of pricing available now. Right, so for the one bedders, we are looking at prices starting from about 800K, 80XK, right? So potentially per floor, what we'll be looking at will be about 3 to 5K per floor, right? Which means this, right? We would have most of our units probably in the 8XXK range. So just to give you a comparison, for one bedders in the Clementi area, they have already transacted at around 850 to 900K as early as 2016 and 2017, right? So if today you are able to enter in at 800 to 8XX range, actually the pricing you are entering at is the 2016 and 2017 prices. If is within the 8XK range, this probably would be a must buy. Let's look at zero and stack. Stack located, they can are and what the facings would be. So which means it was from the 1,500 range, right? Just to give you a comparison, if you are looking at one bed, a bed, one bath in right now, for launch, you'll probably be looking at the 1.5 range, perhaps for a 2-bed, 1 bath. So therefore, if you're coming into Clavon at a 1.0x mil, 100 to 100 reduction versus, so that is why I think that 2-bed, 1 will strong value proposition. 2-bed, 1. So for the 2-bed, 2 bath, actually be 1x. 1.1 million will be the north facing units. So as right, these will both be in the 1.1x mil for the point. So if you're familiar with Clementi transactions, resale units have already transacted for 2-bedders and 3-bedders in the 1,006 to 1,007 price range. So if you're able to get a unit around this price point, you are probably entering a new launch at resale. And I think that's something that is very attractive. You are a developer that you sensibly, you can look forward to as. And how do you become a first mover? You can join more details about the ballot for Clavon. For 3-bed from right, and that would be found in stack 1 and stack both 3 bedders, but stack at a 1.45 range, right? And stack 13 will start at the 1.5x mil range. All right. For 3-bedder premiums, they'll both be starting at a 1.7x mil. So both the north and south facings will be from 1.7x mil. Right. For our 4-bedders, stack 14 will be starting from 1.4 will be for 0 million. 4-bedder premium will be, right. For that's where you'll be coming in at 2.5 mil. Right. So all very competitive, very comparable as well to developments in our surroundings. I think Clavon is a development that is designed and priced to sell very sensitively. So go ahead, link up with a PropNex salesperson for more details to join the ballot on the 12th of December. So one of the things that I wanted to highlight as well, we are seeing a lot of interest for the 2-bed, 2-bath, 764 square feet layout, right? So that will be found right here in stack 7 and 16. These are our show flat layouts. So if you're looking at these layouts, my suggestion to you will be to open up your options, not just to consider the show flat layouts of stack 7 and 16, but to perhaps consider the stack 6 and 17 as well. Because for both these layouts, what you would get is actually the same view, potentially a slightly better view, a closer view of the pool, right? So that is something that you could enjoy as well. You also have the same space for storage within these unit types. So open up your choices. Don't just focus on a specific stack, right? Because units would be moving particularly fast for Clavon. So we want to make sure that you are able to get your choice units in this development, right? So this will be the pricing that we'll be looking at for Clavon, right? Next, in summary, what do we have? Right, so for Clavon, we are located in Clementi Avenue 1, a brand new location in the Clementi Mature Estate, right? So this is something, you'll be the newest kid on the block, the newest development in Clementi. We will also have well-planned layouts coming from a reputable developer, URL UIC. We will also have kid-friendly facilities. This is a family-friendly development. We will have work-from-home ready spaces, right? We will have our social space. We'll have our function rooms, right? Spaces that you can enjoy. Not to forget, at the rooftops, we'll have our sky terraces looking out to the north, right? So this will be many spaces where you can host your friends over. And we have 3 different facings. We have our quiet Bukit Timah facing, we have our pool facing, and we have our sea facing units. So multitude of views that you could get, your choice of views. At Clavon, what we will have, pricing over here starts from 1.4 to 1.5 PSF. Moving upwards on the mid floors to high floors, potentially you could be looking at the 1.5 to 1.6 range. So if you are able to prepare for about a 1.5, 1.6, even in the 1.6, especially for the smaller unit types, right? I would say the chances are, if you have a luck of the ballot, you will be able to secure a unit of your choice at around the 1.6 PSF range and below. What do we see? We see a per floor price jump estimation of about 3K to 7K, right? So 3 to 5K for the 1-bedders, 4 to 6K for the 2-bedders, and so on as we go along, right? So for the 5-bedders, of course, it will be 7K. But what we will also have is this. We might have potential price jumps, potentially at the 20th floor. We would see a 1 to 2% pricing jump for most unit types, right? And if you're looking at the north-facing unit types, potentially from the 16th floor, we could have a little bit of a price jump of 1 to 2% as well. So at Clavon, what you're buying at is this. If you're coming in at 1.4, 1.5, 1.6 PSF, essentially you are buying at Jurong price. But if you are able to rent at 2002 to 2006 for a 1-bedder, about 2008 to 3006 for a 2-bedder, and about 3006 to 4005 for a 3-bedder, you are actually renting at Queenstown price. And this is something that investors, you can look forward to. The value that you get in Clementi when you buy at Jurong price and rent out at Queenstown price. This is the value that you get at Clementi. Next, for our show flat viewings, today's presentation is just a glimpse, a teaser to our show flat, you are still welcome to visit our show flat. Our show flat preview is already in progress. It started on 28th November. Our appointments are filling up fast. But if you are keen to view, we still do have choice appointment slots available. At this point, we have heard your feedback. You do not need a check to view, right? But you can still submit your check if you like what you see after you have done your viewing, right? So book your appointment right now with your preferred PropNex salesperson because appointments are limited. We don't have many slots available. In fact, we have extended our opening hours just so that we can cater to all the appointments that are coming in. So reach out to your PropNex salesperson, come and see the show flat. You will be impressed. For us, our launch itself, our ballot will be on 12th of December. So this will be a day where if you are keen to come in for Clavon, please keep your day free. All right, this is what I have for you. Thank you for paying attention. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for hearing what we have had to share today. I will now be taking some questions. Are there any questions that I can help you with? All right, let's take a look. Q&As. Okay, so somebody was asking the 764 square feet, what is the difference? Right, so for the 764 square feet, BP3, this will be a dumbbell layout. For BP1 and 2, this will be non-dumbbell. This will be traditional layouts. So in terms of the difference, right, 764 non-dumbbell BP1, this will be with the same kitchen, a squarish kitchen. For BP2, it will be north-facing and it will be a C-shaped kitchen. All right. So childcare center will be open public as well. Maintenance fees, right? Maintenance fees, they'll be coming in for about 250 to 300. It depends on the unit type, right? So link up with a PropNex salesperson for. All right. Are there any further questions? All right. If not, thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us for today's sharing on Clavon. Right. Link up with your PropNex salespersons and thank you very much. We'll see you. Good night.